Hello everyone, I am Matthew Thomas, coming to you guys from a super secret location. I actually had to parachute in to get our featured artist of the week. They actually won our last ever Battle of the Bands for Super Cool Radio. Please welcome Fifth and Sick.
What's up, y'all?
How are you doing?
Hey. Here we are.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I am joined by, we got Mason, vocalist and guitar. We got Brendan behind the drums. We got Seth on bass and JD on guitar. Plus, we're joined by Joe. How you guys doing tonight?
Great. Good, brother. How you
Good.
doing?
Excellent.
I really want to start with a fun question for this interview. If you were stuck on an island and you can only listen to one band, but you can listen to the whole discography, who would you listen to? Who wants to start?
I'll start. Blink-182. I've listened to the whole discography many times, and I would do it again.
That was a quick answer. I like it. What'd you think of the new album?
My least favorite, but I guess it's pretty good. I ain't got nothing really bad to say about it.
Seth, what about you?
That's Hobson for me, the rapper, for sure.
Yeah?
All day.
All right.
Easy. If you don't pick Tech 9, Brent, I'd be...
Discography is hard, man,
Yeah.
because there's so many. I've got too many on my list.
You got stuck on an island. You got one choice. Who are you taking with you?
I'd have to say, I'm taking Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder. Wow.
Yep, I'm taking Stevie.
All right. Mason.
You with this Stevie Wonder.
Hey, haters will love it.
Give me some
Mason, what about you, man?
I would say Iron Maiden.
Oh, that's a solid one.
Yeah, just because there's so many different songs. I'm on an island, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, because they have songs that I'm like, I'm gonna get some stuff done, but then when I'm chilling at night, I got a bonfire going. I could just listen to their peaceful. They got really like Ride Me the Ancient Mariner and stuff like that. It's got these awesome grooves and bass tracks in it that it just sets you. I'd be by myself. I'd love it, dude.
Plus, you got all the live albums they do too.
Yeah, they have a huge discography.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, I have the Mark, Tom, and Travis show.
Joe, what about you, my man?
Oh, hands down, Fifth and Sick.
Hey, there we go. All right, well, for me, it's gonna be Cypress Hill. I've been listening to them a lot this week, especially the live album, Live at the Fillmore, where they actually incorporate drums and guitar.
Cool.
So that's who I would go with. There we go.
That's cool.
All right, so I kind of want to start at the beginning. How did you guys start as a band, and how did you come up with the name Fifth and Sick?
Start up a band probably 4 years ago now. Honestly, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's before the 2016 election. So.
Yeah, and we used to practice in Niles around the train track or around the railroad station, and Fifth and Sycamore is a crossing, and
there's a liquor store there.
we kind of just were like, what is around here in Niles to what can we name our band? And then I was like, I don't know, what roads are around here? They got some crazy road names. And then he goes, there's 5th and 3rd, there's 5th and 8th, and then he's like, then there's 5th and Sycamore. And then I was thinking about it, and I was like, 5th and Sick, that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And then we just kind of went with it, and the more we said it, the more it kind of stuck, and we started to really grow on us. And then we absolutely that's our stamp, you know what I mean? So
now there's the Sickos.
Yeah, now we have an entire fan base of just for Fifth and Sick, the Sickos. They're
and
amazing.
From Niles knows the reference of the intersection.
Yeah.
On Fifth Street.
It's kind of
where's Fifth and Sick come from? Oh, the intersection Fifth and Sycamore. Oh, that's cool.
Well, conveniently, there's a liquor store on the corner. So Fifth and Sycamore, so Fifth of liquor or something. It's pretty funny.
We
ran
got
with
the
it.
sickos. Everybody's a sicko that gets down,
Yeah, you guys actually really starting to grow, especially in the last, first year and a half.
Yeah, since the album.
Mm-hmm.
Since we had something to listen, you can listen to on all the platforms or whatever.
All digital platform. Plus, I got the CD in my car right now. I've been listening to it all week, and that kind of brings me what I'm about to talk about. Perfect. Is their debut album. I love it, and I want to kind of know how was it writing and recording that album?
Well, shout out to the Nook, man. Shout out to Nick at the Nook outside of Chicago.
Yeah,
he
definitely.
did all the recording for it, man. It was an awesome time out there. We would go out there and we would spend Saturday and a Sunday, and I think we did the album in 3 or 4 different sections, 3 or 4
Three.
different weekends, 3. And I don't know, it's a real cool time out there.
Was it Illinois, right?
Yeah, just outside of Chicago, I think.
Yeah, I've heard
Nick's
of it.
awesome out there at the Nook recording studio, so definitely wanted to shout
And I think it
him
was 7 days total. It averaged out to be
Yeah.
to make the whole.
Yeah, because our first time we went out there, we recorded Danger. And we had never worked with Nick Nativo before. His name is Nick Nativo. So we worked with him. We knocked Danger out. That was our first single. The following time we wanted to go and bust out a little more. We figured, let's try to do 3 in a weekend. Well, we were able to bust, the 3 out in 2 days. And so those were the next 3 we were able to solely release. We released 2 of them as singles. And then for the last bit of the album, we were actually only going to record 3, correct? Wildfire wasn't even going to be on the album. But we were moving so quick and we were used to the chemistry with Nick that we decided, let's do it. And so we ended up with 7 for the actual
So
album.
we did 4 in 2 days.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
very
we really-
impressive recording.
We really, yeah. So, and that's just a small taste of what we really have really to come. It was a really awesome experience with the guys. Like, we had some good laughs, good times. We had a few beers, and really, Nick's really, like, it feels homey there. Not only is it a cool recording studio, I mean, the atmosphere is good, too.
Yeah.
You know, he's a cool dude, so.
And yeah, I've heard a lot of great things about him, and just the album, the way it sounds, it just sounds like truly professional. Just you can hear everything. Your vocals sound great.
I think I have a picture of where we were miking up my amp, and there's like 4 different mics on just one cabinet.
Yeah,
just boom, this thing's like loaded with
we took
mics
a
so to
great
get the
audio.
full range, the dynamics of the entirety in the room and everything, being soundproofed. It
And
was
we
great.
actually heard of the Nook from Josh Moon from Hostel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He's a pretty good screamer.
yeah, and also I really dig the cover art. You got the street sign on there. How did that come about?
Well, the street sign design came from the name being an intersection, and our buddy Cortland Gordon, who does film out in LA, he filmed our Danger video. He actually is into some design, and he got us the design of the street sign.
Yeah, shout out to Cortland. Oddest of the odd. He's
Yeah,
doing big
yeah.
things out there. And nothing but love for him. He came through, and as you saw with the Danger music video, if you haven't seen it, check it out on YouTube.
I highly encourage everyone to do that.
But yeah, he's awesome. Huge production, and we ended up paying $0 for the entire production of the music video. And
That's a nice price.
Everything
Yeah.
fell into place.
yeah, I mean, had we put it together anyplace else, especially like out in LA with all the
Oh, yeah.
sort of licensing, different things you had to go through, hoops you had to jump through, so to speak,
Yeah.
it'd have probably been 10, 15, maybe $20,000 production. And
He did a great job. No,
yeah,
Brought the
we
whole
I think he said
we
upwards
got
of like
it.
50,000. It
Wow.
was a big production.
If you were
Yes.
to do it in LA.
Yeah, because there's no way you could get those.
We got ambulance service because I work in an ER, and we were able to film in a hospital room there.
undisclosed location too.
So to get permission like that in LA is a lot of money. So we had connections here to get all that
Yep,
stuff.
I've got a buddy of ours, Mill and Towing. He actually donated 2 vehicles for us to total however we wanted.
right, and that was
So,
another big thing. Was
We
getting-
flipped them upside down, Mason was able to get us a
Yeah,
location
with the
for.
undisclosed location. You can't just do that. You can't go flipping cars and lighting them on fire around here.
People get a little upset by
Yeah,
that.
so we gotta keep. I still try to keep it kind of a secret of where we do all this stuff at. So we're gonna.
And then there is a secret media place in Kalamazoo. I'm not gonna name the place, but it's a green screen room open. Cortland hooked us up through that, and that's how we got the green screen shots.
Yeah,
It was,
complete
pretty amazing.
4K, huge
Mind-blowing.
cameras. I think I have pictures of it. I mean, you would be like, oh my, this room is huge. This is amazing green screen production studio. It was crazy.
Dude, the whole day we were sleeping on the floor while everybody
Yeah,
did takes and stuff.
Wow.
We
We
were.
did a music video in one day. One day, shot the whole thing.
Shit.
You guys are very aggressive with your recording and
Well, Portland could
producing.
only be out here
Yeah.
for so much amount of time, and when he's out here, he sees his family too. So
We just
busted
do it as it
out.
goes, man. We don't really
Yeah.
think about it. We
Bang.
just, and it's not just go fast. We're more pushing per quality than anything.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just go fast. It just kind of happens that way, and it all falls into place. It's kind of weird.
Oh, and I think a big thing is we all have kids too, so if we can get it all done in one day rather than 3 days, we would rather do that if we can keep the quality about the same.
True.
Yeah, and definitely everything you guys have done, just if you look at the cover art, the music, the music videos, everything you guys do is always at the highest quality.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
For real.
And so what's kind of some of your like influences, especially when you're like writing or recording the debut album?
Artists? Musical artists?
Well, just really anything. Like, just what inspired you to?
Nice. JD.
For me, if you're talking about studio, when I was getting into guitar, I would always watch. I actually still watch how people record, just like how they do it in the studio. I've watched like obviously all the Blink-182 videos recording, but I've also seen how Metallica does it. How they move into a house to record a whole album. Like I know how they just do that shit, and that's how I try to go in with the mentality of focus.
I feel like a lot of my inspiration probably had to come from when I was younger. I was like super young, and my dad had a buddy that he said, "Yeah, I got an extra ticket to Ozfest," and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." So he gave me the ticket to go with him, and I didn't really even know the dude that well. Like he had a kid and his girlfriend with him, and so they were like, "Yeah, come to Ozfest with us." So, like, all these heavy metal bands that I was introduced to at an early age, I was, like, probably 11 years old. They all have a huge influence on me. I mean, like, Trivium. I mean, Killswitch Engage. I mean, we're talking... I could keep going on and on. Black Label Society, Static X, Mudvayne. I've seen all these bands. Lamb of God, Iron Maiden. I mean, Ozzy. I've seen... And there's so many bands. We just seen Metallica. Really, I get my influence from I kind of pull a little sliver of it from everything. Not so much as one band influences me. It's more like everything influences me to make the music that I make. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I totally mean what you're saying. Like, you gotta take bits and pieces for everything. You can't just rely, solely on one influence, because then it's just gonna feel like you're ripping somebody off.
Exactly.
So also I want to talk about, I think it was last month, I want to say, you guys set up Sycfest, correct? About a month ago-ish.
Yeah.
That was the first one ever, right?
Yes.
Right.
And then it was at Smith's the eventual location was Smith's downtown.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So how was it setting that up, especially being the first one?
Well, it was a little tough, I'm not going to lie.
It was.
With everything and COVID going on, it was kind of at a point where we're like, okay, so do we do this? Are people going to be nervous to show up? Are we going to have anybody there? Well, I think it kind of became too much on the person originally going to have it at the location. So he kind of got a little bit overwhelmed and kind of bailed on us a little bit. But we moved it to Smith's. And after that, honestly, Joe and Brendan and Seth really stepped it up here. And they came through with the connection on Smith's. They took care of the booking, the bands, made sure everybody was good to go. Joe stood at the door all night, and all the bands were awesome.
Shout out to Paul Williams on sound and
all the other
Ryan
bands
from,
too.
Ryan from Smith's really came in last minute, and when we talked to him, he just said, we have a DJ coming on late, but you guys can have the whole day up to there to do whatever you want. Just let us know. He said, and he ended up bartending himself up there because he couldn't find somebody to bartend for.
Yeah, nothing but love for Ryan out there.
Awesome.
Shout out
Just
to
so
Magic
you know,
Hat.
Ryan,
Yeah,
Ryan, I will never forget. You had us play downstairs while there was a drag dance off upstairs.
Dude, yeah, I think it was our first or second gig, dude.
They loved us though. They came down and gave us props.
It was like drag queen night upstairs.
Hey.
All night, these chicks kept walking by. I don't know if they were chicks or not. I don't want to go there, but
So we started downstairs, now we play upstairs.
started from the bottom.
Thanks,
Now we're
Ryan.
here.
Yeah.
That's right.
But yeah, shout out to Ryan. It was quick. I mean, Seth and I talked. We put word out, and I'm not kidding you. It was within a matter of, what do you say, Seth, an hour or two?
It was quick.
We figured it out. Ryan said, yeah, no problem. And he actually messaged me probably 5-6 hours after we had talked and confirmed it with him. And I said, hey, you mind if I give you a call? Because it'd be easier to, talk through
exactly.
details. and called him up, and he said, "Yeah, I was wondering what's going on. Give me details. Tell me what's going on." So it was totally up to us what we wanted when we were ready. It was no issue whatsoever. He was awesome to work with.
All the bands that made it out too, man.
Yeah.
Because we were gonna have a few more bands, and with the COVID stuff, it being indoors, they kind of decided not to come. But I'm gonna look them up just so I can shout them. Offhand Arsenal, Big Brutal, Magic Hat, Oust the Box.
Oust the Box.
I think, and then us. At the
Yeah,
end.
shout out to them guys, man.
Oust the Box was dope.
Shout out to them guys
Those
too.
dudes
Magic
were cool.
Hat's
Magic
really
Hat's
sounding
badass.
tight.
I'll play with Magic Hat anytime we get the chance to.
Yeah.
Man. Any fucking time.
Shout out to Big Brutal too. I got love
Dude,
for
he
it.
was
That was a
awesome.
good show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
He
was
fucking
fun.
killed it.
Offhand Arsenal.
Everybody had really good energy that night, dude.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Offhand Arsenal isn't playing anymore too much because they don't have a drummer. I decided to fill in for them. Played back to back that night.
And if
Like
any
2
drummers
sets in
are
a row.
listening,
Yeah.
try out for 'em.
Yeah, they're
Any
looking.
metal drummers listening, go check out the dudes at Offhand Arsenal, man. They're cool
Yeah,
as
that
hell.
was fun
They
to
party
rock.
down, and no, it was a fun time, man. Good bros out there, good vibes.
Yeah, good turnout.
Yeah, we did. We had a great turnout.
But yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, unfortunately I was unable to attend that, but just watching some of the videos, I know you post about Magic Hat and Oust the Box videos, and it honestly looks sick.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, it was the first one.
Fifth and sixth.
Plan on the second annual Sycfest next year.
Hopefully
More
that's
details
not-
TBA, right?
Hopefully this COVID whatever's passed over, and we can
Yeah.
really throw together a huge, throwdown fest. Because it could have been too, but like we said, a couple of the bands couldn't make it, which was fine. But it's what we dealt with in the end, and I think it came together really good.
Yeah, no fun till 2021, everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Six
literally,
foot-
we're-
6
we
foot
are-
rule.
We are right now. Everything's we kind of stopped for until next year, right, guys?
Yeah,
As
Yeah,
kind of
crazy.
vibe we're looking at, yeah.
Scheduling
far
is
as
just silly.
shows and
Yeah.
playing, but we're looking into getting back in the studio, and we're kind of taking it slow right now. I think what it is we kind of take it really slow to get in there, and then that way we're very prepared when we get there, and that's why we can
That way you
get
don't
things
have to
done
do
so
4 songs
efficiently.
in 2 days.
We're efficient a band. We have to pay for this time in the studio. It's not cheap. So what we do is we get the job done, and Brendan goes in there, dude, and he lays the drum tracks down like you wouldn't believe, dude. And Nick is everybody in there. They're like, yeah, he laid that shit down fast, and it's like perfect, right on. We're like, yeah, like okay, let's lay down the guitar tracks next. Okay, bet. Well, that just took 2, 3, 4 hours a song, and then after all the guitars are laid down, it's vocals, and then I think usually we do bass last. But
There were a couple times we'd do it in the morning on Sunday because Nick likes to wake up early. We're construction, so I'd wake up early too. We'd be like drinking coffee at like 7:30.
yeah, and I'm sleeping.
Doing bass tracks while everybody's sleeping downstairs, and they'd come up and we had like one song left, and then Mace would usually jump in on his solo parts at that point too, and then the vocals.
We busted the drum tracks out. I can't remember how long it took us, but for the third time we recorded, we were comfortable with working with Nick, because he's super easy to work with. I mean, super easy. He knows what he wants. We know what we wanted, so we just blended everything together. And from what he knows and the experience he has with the hundreds of people he's worked with, it's
One of them
it's
being Soil.
smooth.
He's recorded for Soil.
Yeah, man. So went in there, busted out, and that's why the guys were like, "Man, what do you think about the 4th track? Wildfire." And so we said, "Hell yeah, let's do it." So busted it out, 7 tracks.
I think
And,
it was lights out.
no, it was Wildfire.
Was it Wildfire?
Yeah, we recorded Wildfire last.
Sounds good to me. I have no way of confirming this, so we'll go with it.
Can't remember.
I like that.
You can't get fact checked on here. But you brought up a very interesting point about you guys got to pay for it. You guys are an independent band, so you guys got to pay for everything.
Yeah.
So what's kind of like the challenges and advantages of being an independent band?
We own everything. There's nobody here breathing down our neck or a corporation or anything. Like, there's
No one
no
tells you
even
what
real.
to do.
I mean, up until Joe's come in recently, there's not even really been some manager. It's just been a unit.
I'm far from a
And
man.
that's all we've been. It's just a band unit that manages itself within, and it's been nice that there's nobody else to deal with. It's just
Yeah.
bros, and that's
Yeah.
all it's ever been. I think that's why
that's
it
what
works
it
so
should
well.
stay.
It's great.
Yeah, I
though,
mean,
man.
Because
it's so great that way.
we're friends outside of this, the same way we would be inside of this. We would still smoke down together, and go out and drink together and party down. So
I mean, we go to our kids' birthday parties. We all, we're not just like people who are just like in a band that don't
Oh,
really.
time to practice here. I guess we'll see you guys soon, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we're kicking it on a regular between us all most of the times. Our kids are familiar with each other.
Yeah, and I mean, I've seen you guys live. I think it was back in June with Smokestack Brew at Rock the Pantry. I think you guys opened.
yeah, that was a fill-in spot we had
Oh my
called for
God.
Kev last minute.
Don't get me started on that.
Yeah,
that was the time I saw you.
Let's go. Let's talk about it. Let's get. This is gonna be a juicy podcast.
All right.
Make it juicy.
Why?
So Holland Larry reached out. He reached out and asked if
Yeah, he did.
we'd
Yeah.
be willing
Yeah.
to fill in. So we talked to the guys, and they're like, "Yeah, let's get more details." Okay. So we talked, and it was an all-day thing. We had going on. It started at 2:00 or whatever time.
Yeah, I think you guys took the stage
And
at 2:30.
yeah, something like that, and went on until the evening. 8, 9, 10, whatever time it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, sure. Well, let's get the details. We messaged him back, and it was the opening slot.
They want us on at 2:30.
Yeah, 2:30, which we told him straight out the gate. I said, man, that's gonna be hard for me to get pull for our fans, for the whole band.
Was it? What day of the week was it?
Sunday.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Oh, Saturday.
Was it Saturday?
Saturday.
Okay,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So, anyways, early. Early enough.
Yep.
So we have hella support from our friends and family. I mean, crazy support.
Yeah.
Good turnouts almost at every show. So
Definitely.
good poll, everything else. But at 2:30, especially late last minute, I mean, what was it? We only had a month, if that, to just tell them, yeah, we'll do it. So we took it, and it was at 2:30. So from then on, that's all we had to work with. We had to try to corral our fans best we could, spread the word. Little did we know who was involved, what was going on. We just said, yeah, we'll fill. So I think we opened up the show good,
Yeah.
and well enough.
But that's where I was getting at. The only issue I have there is the sound guy is so uptight there, man.
Yeah. I've
And
heard about that.
It's like
Yeah.
he thinks his sound is the best, but I'm just like, listen, I can't hear anything up here on stage. It's not. I said, and he doesn't understand that he's not up here on the stage listening to me, But that's a lot of sound people need to take that kind of perspective, honestly, more because we've done a lot of these shows, and we all know that the sound guy is like a little edgy. Everywhere we go, the sound guy's the man. You talk to the sound guy at the show, he'll get you that good sound. Sometimes if he don't like you, he might make your sound bad. You never know.
Well, that's you got it. You're on eggshells with the sound guy.
But no,
the thing
seriously,
is,
they push off his drum set to the side and stuff.
well,
of the stage.
it all just
and we're
depends,
not-
what's going on.
No,
who's
it's
doing
just
what,
not-
who's playing where. But the problem with Fifth and Sick, we're small, we're independent, so we don't have the in-ear monitors. We don't have certain things, and
Exactly.
they're not going to give us 10 floor monitors on a small stage, a smokestack. So for us, it's hard to hear each other and hear really what's going on stage, but it projects great to the audience, and we hear nothing but good things from the audience. But for us, it's like, man, I can barely fucking hear you.
Yeah.
So that's where the
My
advantages
performance
of them,
lacks from that too. When I can't hear everybody, it's hard for me to sync up and even enjoy. I try to enjoy myself as much as possible. But when we have situations where, we're cast to play first or our drum set's pushed way off to left stage. It's just really sometimes things don't come together.
It's a little misconfigured.
But
so
I
we
love
kinda gotta
the
aim-
venue. The venue's great, dude. I love the
Yeah,
venue.
it's
There's
just-
good people there.
When we're down here practicing, it's different, because we have our sound the way we want it. We're rocking out, and it's plenty loud for everybody else to hear, but we can hear exactly what we need to hear and at the exact volumes. But the problem is when you're playing live, you don't get a mixer. You know what I mean? We can't control. All right, the drums got to be this loud. We need the lead guitar to be this loud, and it needs to be louder during the solos. And so when you're playing with different sound guys, different, and everybody's got their own ear, their own elements that they're working, it's a little harder. Some venues more than others, and we just got to work with it.
Well, a lot of the times too, I
try to
feel
be
like
as sick as we can.
we're the first
all
band,
the time.
so they play us at like this low volume. Well, we're not really a low volume band. I'm sorry, but we're not.
Anything but.
We're not a low volume band. We're not, and we're getting to the point now where we're kind of picking and choosing what shows we want to do. So I'm not I'm not gonna like settle. I guess it's just a thing with me. Maybe not the other guys don't agree so much, but I feel like a weird kind of thing going on there.
I think what we all agree on right now is just we're ready to take time from all shows. This whole COVID year and everything has been so messed up to deal with putting shows together and a bunch of other just drama thereof. And we're ready to throw a new album together. That's really what we're looking at. We're really looking at taking time from everywhere. I mean, keeping relationships open, and if some crazy opportunity arose, we
Like
might
opening for a
grab it.
giant band.
A giant band. I mean, it had to be that kind
Saving
of band.
Abel at least.
No, Saving Abel. Is that how big we'd have to go?
We're not getting into that
I'm not
one.
opening for Trapped or anything. I'm just saying.
Damn.
Well, if anyone from Trapped or Saving Abel is listening, you should really consider these guys too.
Yeah, don't forget about 5th and 6th, Saving Abel.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
bro.
Matthew, would you like us to go into a story about how we almost got into a little tisk with Saving Abel? Hey, Scotty.
Scotty.
I think that might be a story for another day. But moving on.
Over Labor Day weekend, you guys threw a killer show. Actually, sorry, you guys didn't throw it. You're part of a killer show at Rainbow Farms in Michigan. How was it? Because it looked wild.
It was awesome. The whole show from beginning to end at Rainbow Farms, new Rainbow Farms. The whole show was awesome.
Kick ass, bro. Shout out to Bros, Buds, and Brews. Tony, Anthony Urban, if you want to call him that. He's on Facebook. Shout out to those guys and Joe Vaughn.
DJ Kenny.
Nothing but love. Kenny came through with the DJing and kind of hosting the thing. Dude, it was kick ass. It was awesome. Huge turnout. I'd say 500 plus people throughout the, because everybody was scattered throughout their campsites and everything, man. And
if anybody knows anything about Rainbow Farms, you know that it's usually a whole camping ordeal. It's a whole festival type thing. So they throw good shows out there. And this there was the first show at Rainbow Farms since the whole thing happened.
like in 2001, it's just the whole fiasco.
And they're
Yeah.
making a movie on Rainbow Farms. It's gonna be sick.
And they were shooting it there while we were there, right? Some of it.
No, that.
I think they had a reporter there or something like that. I think somebody was saying something about.
Just talking to the owner.
Yeah.
I signed a lot of stuff that night as far as T-shirts and books.
Huge.
and
I mean,
stuff.
we sold all of our merchandise.
Yeah.
We got nothing but love. I think we probably gained 150 fans.
Dude, shout out to the barbecue dude, whoever you are, who hooked me up with that fat rib on my plate after I got off stage.
The mysterious barbecue guy. If you were out there and you were listening, you should be. Mason
back and
thanks
cook
you
some more.
eternally.
I thank you too. You gave me a huge
Oh
thing of
my
pulled
god!
pork.
Yeah,
Probably
shout out
like
to everybody that came through with that, man. It was a blast.
Yeah, that
We had a
whole
blast,
thing was
and
awesome.
we hope to come back. We hope to be back next year or
Oh, it
whenever
almost
they
started
might have
raining.
another.
Dude, it was close. It was sketch.
Praise the
Because
Fallen played before us. It rained on them.
Yeah, a little bit.
And then we got.
Yep, they got-
they pushed through to the rain like
They cut, they cut their they cut their
That's
set. I think 1 or 2 songs shy, and we're worried. I was worried. I drove my cymbals. I'm like, fuck.
Shout out to those guys, man. They're doing it too, dude.
But yes,
no,
everybody that came
Yeah.
through the whole event, I mean, it turned out great, man.
That was my first show. That was
We were wondering-
not my first show because I've been to you guys'
Camping
show.
out there
That
was
my
pretty
first, That was
fun.
my first actual thing, part of this.
The stage and the
yeah,
lights,
yeah.
the lights on the trees were amazing. Everything was.
Yeah,
cool.
those looked awesome.
Shout out to Tony for doing the sound. He did good on the sound out there. He made the woods alive. It was a great time.
Yeah, I was out of town that weekend. I was unfortunately not able to attend. I feel like I say that a lot with you guys.
You're missing out on some good times here, man. You're out of town. You're in the wrong town at the wrong.
Oh yeah, I was in the wrong state. I was in Illinois, but
Get your tickets to the next show.
but yeah, no.
In 2021 though.
Oh yeah, lots of fun. 2021.
Yeah.
But no,
Nothing but hope. Let's hope this 6-foot rule becomes no foot rule, right?
You just want me like on top of people or what? Bro?
Hey, let's see what happens, right?
All right, well, I'm gonna cut that out before that gets going. But this is actually a question I actually had written down in my notes anyway. You guys, you played with local bands and great local bands like Praise the Fallen. And you had Oust the Box with Sycfest, and you've also opened for like Shallow Side, Ignescent, and bands like that. If
September morning.
you open for September Morning.
September morning. What about?
Hemlock.
Twice.
Yep.
Hemlock.
And Hemlock. Yeah.
Hemlock. Who else?
The bassist for Mudvayne.
Yeah.
What's her band? That's
Soften the glare.
Soften the
Yep.
glare. We played with them, dude. They're sick, dude. He is amazing.
And to be honest, that's the reason why the Saving Abel story is so unique. Because
That's his
all
name.
these people have been so humble and awesome to play with, hang out with, everything. And then all of a sudden we meet these guys. Like, dude, what? Come
Most
on.
Everybody in the music.
You know, because everybody else has been so awesome. So, yeah, man.
I'm sure we're forgetting a couple because we've been really
Yeah,
hustling.
there's the guys from Tennessee.
Oh,
Stairs
man.
Up Cheers.
Yeah. Oh. Lead
How about-
singer was kick-ass.
Throw out to new
They play back-to-back
too,
shows.
bro.
He does some of his solo stuff.
Oh, we played with Elsie Banks at Cheers the one time.
Yeah,
That was
LC Banks.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm good friends with them. They're really good.
Yeah,
I
they
think
are.
I think we ended up closing that set, didn't we? There was something weird about it.
Lydia can't breathe.
Yeah, we
dude.
did. We closed it because we sold all the tickets for that show.
Yeah,
They
Yeah,
did let
asked
us close
if we
that.
wanted to
they did.
headline it.
Yeah, they ended up letting
That's
us
true. They let us
till, like,
headline that
midnight.
show.
The LC Banks and Lydia Can't Breathe 5th and 6th show, they were nice enough to let us headline it because they were like, look, man, we see all your people here at Cheers, and that's one of our main spots. I was actually there last night talking to one of the sound guys, and he said, I'll get you guys back in here in a heartbeat, book you guys in a heartbeat. So I think we're going to do some shows at Cheers in the future with them. We always have an awesome turnout there, like to the max, pack it to capacity where nobody else is allowed in.
It was cool.
Every
It was
time
cool.
They
we
put
open
us
the
some
door.
crazy shows over there.
Every
Like,
time we
for how
open the door.
small that is.
Oh, yeah, sure. It gets packed in
Oh
there.
yeah.
We turned down like
Um,
30 people at the door one time.
Yep.
Like we had to. Like they
Yeah.
wouldn't allow anybody
We,
else back.
yeah,
Play
we,
in the parking lot at that
we
point.
had people
It was
calling us.
crazy. There was
Calling
people
us.
waiting in line. If somebody
Yep.
walked out, they'd walk
Go,
in.
go, go, go.
I
Yeah.
tried to sneak from the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, people come through.
I got three
Slip
people
your
that
20.
No, they just know they have new
Sorry,
owners
man, you don't
now.
make the
They,
cut.
New owners now for the legal people who are listening.
But yeah, man, those guys are cool to let us do that.
Yeah.
Nothing but respect from everybody else we played with, so it's been fun.
And like, who's someone that you haven't opened for, at least played with, that you won't really want to?
Right now, that I think is in our capacity, or like dream.
Just anything, really.
Psycho stick. I need to know.
Oh, yes,
Psycho
Psycho
Stick.
Stick. Awesome. The Psycho Stick show.
That's
was
true.
awesome.
Yeah,
Psycho
cool.
stick in Chicago.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
about
knew they
Psycho
were
Stick.
nervous. See what I'm saying?
Oh, dude,
The
that's
Psycho
badass.
Stick
They're
show.
crazy.
Off the
Yeah.
chain.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
throwing,
Those guys
they were
are
throwing ham
awesome.
sandwiches
The
at
staff
people
was
and
the
everything.
most
Whatever the
fun
fuck it was.
band I've
We
ever
hung out with them
seen.
backstage.
Yeah, oh yeah, those guys were awesome.
Psycho Sticks.
Wait,
Yep.
2 open for?
When we started the
We'll
band,
open or play with.
when we started the band, the goal was to do the Growl. Because
The Big Growl, yeah.
Through did the Growl, open for the Growl. They're a local band. Not a local band has been allowed to since. We want that spot.
Yeah, you hear that? 103.9
That is
The
the
Bear.
Yeah.
Put us on. Everybody
We've been
around here wants
featured
5th
on-
and 6th.
It'll
What
be
is
the
the
At the Big
WRX?
Growl.
Local X?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no,
WRX.
WRX.
Yes.
Yeah, that was it 97.7 or?
Is that 107.3 or 107.1? I don't remember.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's the
Growl.
goal.
It'll be the sickest growl there was.
How big would the Big Growl be at 5th and 6th was
Dude,
there?
imagine
dude?
the how big goal.
Well, think
Depends
about-
on who we open for.
I'm just saying.
Right, yeah.
I'm just saying.
we're about 50 followers away from 6,000.
Yeah.
And
Which just came up in a year. So, I mean, it's
quick, within the last
Yeah.
year and a half,
We've been pushing
we've
so hard.
Well, if 55
5,000
people are
players or
listening.
yeah. So hey, if we get on the Big Growl, it's gonna be fucking growling.
Yeah,
I mean, that's 6,000 local people.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, if 103.9 The Bear is listening, I know I'm with some really great people, and if everyone listening can petition, write, text, email, carrier pigeon, anything to get the Bear's
Harry Potter
attention
all.
to book these guys.
Yes, the Growl.
Yeah, we're down.
We want to open it.
They want to do it
Free of charge.
Free of charge. We will
Yeah.
pay.
we don't pay to play. We do not pay to play,
Well,
but
like $5.
Just
hey,
need
it
a
will
merch
be
spot.
a-
We definitely need a merch spot there.
Yes.
So,
He's already thinking ahead. I like it. Yes. But if the Bear is listening and everyone is listening, please tell the Bear to get these guys on because, well, it would be cool and they would really kick ass.
oh yeah,
Definitely.
we're down. We are down, man, and by that point, we'll have a hell of a set.
Hell yeah.
We
Down
already have
whatever they want. Oh yeah,
We have another one.
They usually do August. It's like an end of summer.
yeah, it'd be
type.
perfect.
Yeah, I don't
Perfect.
think they didn't do it this year. I'm not sure.
No,
yeah.
COVID's messed everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. That means we can headline next year.
It was 30
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
I always ask my guests this question. I'm always very curious. Kind of goes with the first one, but with a twist as well. What music are you listening to this week? outside of Piff and Sick?
I got a
Put
hell of
that
a
in there.
playlist.
Yellow Wolf. I've been jamming a lot of Yellow Wolf. I got subs in my car and shit.
I'd say been listening to a lot of Ritz. He's a rapper. It's ironic that as a hard rock band, we're all listening. Well, not all of us, but you know, I get my drumming influences from a little bit of everything.
That's just this week, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a flavor of the week.
It's
Yeah,
like,
pretty
I've
much.
been on that Cal Scrubby cat all week, man. I don't know what it is.
dude, I'm kicking like Soulfly. I like Soulfly.
Oh, yeah,
I
they're
jam
pretty
that
good.
out of my subs.
Oh yeah.
I like Black Label Society. I just do. I don't know. There's something about how shitty but good Zach Wilde's voice is at the same time. I just love it for no reason. And his guitar squeals are just sick too.
You know,
like,
Lamb of God's
it's not
new
the
album
best,
is pretty
but-
fucking dope.
Yes,
too,
it
man.
is. I've been
was
jamming a lot of
really
that, too.
fucking good. Even though I miss Chris on drums. Because,
when I do listen to metal,
Oh.
I listen to heavy stuff, bro. Like Between
yeah.
the Buried and Me, Salt the Wound. I listen to Job for a Cowboy. I listen to these just like compared to somebody who's like in the heavy metal scene.
Right.
They're like, oh, those bands aren't even heavy. But you know, to me, they're pretty heavy, dude.
Fifth and Sick is a blast beat.
No,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
If you go on the South Bend scene and like those hardcore dudes like David Saigon or however,
They got all the melted
Yeah.
words like that are Fifth and Sick times 50.
those dudes are
where you
hardcore
can't
as fuck.
read
man.
what they say. Almost looks like their name of their band is in a rose bush.
Or something like
They're
that.
cool dudes. We just don't match.
Yeah, I mean, we can't. It's nothing to We've rocked a few shows with those guys, but it's just like it's hard to mesh. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
almost like having
Their styles are so different.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like having a funk musician open for a heavy metal.
And then there's some
No, it's
haters.
crazy.
that We don't like
Big
it.
difference. Yeah.
No one should like haters.
We're against it. So like we just try to make our own lane. We stay in
Yep.
our own lane, you know, and we go. That's where we go, boy.
Yeah, I've heard them.
Fifth and Sick will
Heard
not
them
go
talking
mainstream.
crap,
Mainstream
it's
will go
okay.
Fifth and Sick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I like that. You should put that on a shirt.
Shout out to Tech 9.
Oh, I've been listening to Starset this week.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I didn't realize how good they are.
I got to see him in South Bend like 3 years ago with Hailstorm.
Damn.
Sweet.
Yeah, and New Year's Day, it was a good show.
So they're in their astronaut.
Yeah,
Oh
then that phase.
God.
Which I saw that and I go, you guys can't be serious.
It's cool, bro.
I mean, it was cool, but I thought it was a joke at first.
Right. That's funny.
Seth, what about you? What have you been listening to?
I think, like that new rapper I was telling Brendan about, dude's named Cal Scrubby. I've been listening to this dude's stuff today. And,
Cow Scrubby?
Cal Scrubby.
Cow
He's some
Scrubby.
underground
He
rapper.
scrubs cows.
I imagine like a scrubby in the shape of a cow. A cow scrubby.
It's your favorite bath tool.
Other than that, I kind of just bounce back and forth between whatever genre I want. So if it's rap, it's more Joyner or
Joyner Lucas.
Kendrick. But
Skrillex, I get down on that. With
yeah,
I like some
get in the
dubstep.
metal moods. But
Dubstep.
you know, when we write, I kind of like not listening to metal sometimes.
It's-
too,
yeah,
'cause then
so-
when we
some-
play, our stuff feels heavy to
That's
me,
why-
even though it's
Yeah, exactly.
in terms of metal, it's not.
I feel the same way.
like
son.
that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
we're
that's
not
kind
a
of
metal band.
You guys lean more on the hard rock side or just
Yes.
rock side?
Yeah, I mean,
So, we
we've
like
got a
it.
few that hit a different couple, subgenres.
You never know,
of
dude. You
rock.
never know.
Yeah.
You can kind of touch a little bit of it all.
We
I
get
mean-
down with the metal when we need to.
As you can tell, we all listen to a little bit of everything. I mean, I've got my daughters, so when I'm in the car, you can only listen to so much, So we'll be rocking out to some Maroon 5 sometimes, or so it all just depends.
That's what
Yeah,
makes it easy. And, it's hard to do that when you're in like a crazy death metal band. It's like, hey, grandma, check out these songs.
Yeah,
I made.
and it's like,
check out
eat your fucking soul.
grandma's like drops her cookies.
Yeah,
You can't, or your kids. Then your kids are like,
yeah.
Yeah.
what is this, Dad?
I don't know. No hate to anybody that's down with that, but it's just teach their own.
It's not for everybody.
I feel like the music that we have has more of a broad fan base. That's all I'm trying to get. I guess the aspect of that.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Yeah,
And I
trying
understand.
we try to please everybody. It's not like we want to bend one way or the other. We're not trying to strictly categorize our music whatsoever.
But we want to
just-
play at all age shows too.
We jam. We get
Yeah.
down.
We want to be able to go and play.
You don't want to limit yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
JD's feeling an awesome riff that he came up with. He'll bring it to practice, and we'll get down. JD and Mace will get together.
We're all dads,
with
and there's
some
nothing
stuff.
we love more than seeing our kids watch us do what we love to do.
Yep.
And I'm telling you what, it gives you some
That
kind
is the
of
coolest
feeling.
thing.
Seth
seeing
took his
kids
kid up
rock
on
out
stage
is
the other
like,
day,
shit.
bro, and about had me in tears seeing how happy that kid was to be in his dad's arms on that stage.
Yep, that was cool about the what was it, the Rock the Pantry when we played early.
Yeah.
All the kids were out there rocking out.
Yeah, it was all ages
Jay
show.
was the only one that didn't make it, right? Yeah, but yeah, so it's cool. You know, we like to rock out. Yeah, we all have fun though. That's what it's about.
Yes, I mean, if you're not having fun on the show, you're not doing something right, or you shouldn't be there.
Right. What's the point?
And plus, with that Rock the Pantry show, I gotta get this in there because it was me. You had probably the greatest introduction by anyone ever.
Oh
on
yeah,
this
that was
show.
hands down.
And that was by me, Matthew Thomas.
Hands down, bro.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was a super cool introduction.
Yes, it was.
That's right, my
Hey.
man. That's right. I'm super cool, Matthew. Maybe I'm the only person who's ever called me that in my life, but that's all right.
Well, you're super cool to 5th and 6th.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much, and it was a lot of fun hanging out with you guys at June at Rock the Pantry. It was my second time ever doing an intro for a band, so it was really cool to me.
We're stamping you, dude. Official sicko. Boom.
Yeah,
That's right.
You got it.
Super cool sicko.
Yes, yes, I love it. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me.
Oh yeah, man.
And I got one more thing before we go. I know it's 2020. I know you guys you're winding down since there's really not much going on. But what can we expect for 2021 from 5th and Sick?
Who wants to elaborate on that real quick for him?
So the plan is,
If you want to give us away, because we were kind of talking about keeping it under wraps and letting everybody kind of guess what we were gonna do.
I mean, you can be as broad as you want.
think
So I don't know. I don't know if I want to give up the cheese yet, because we have some.
expect new music.
Cliffhanger?
Yeah, expect new music, but
But-
who knows? You may get some new visuals. You may get some big shows.
Yeah, we've been talking to people, so
Yeah, I mean,
we're in the working of new productions. So say maybe a music video in the works, another one.
Yeah.
But we're gonna really keep it under wraps because I feel like the suspense is so much better when we don't even tell our parents or family or anything really what's going on. Or really the only close people that would know.
expect some new music.
I like that.
That's something you can bank on.
Yeah.
Definitely that.
And something we really want to dabble into this next time is promotion. That's one thing that's not really talked about a lot, at least like 3 months before the drop, whenever that time comes. We need to pay for some promotion to get it out there.
Yeah, grind time. We got all the local support we can possibly have.
The
But
first week is key when it releases.
Yep.
Then you can really get on some charts.
Really, we're talking spring, summertime 2021. You know, so it's nothing that we're trying to rush on
Yeah.
anything. But yeah, basically, we're gonna throw down some new music and get the ball rolling on that because we're definitely ready for fresh music for ourselves.
we've got enough material right now to do a whole nother album the length of what we released.
And some.
Yeah, so that's our point now is because what we released already is an EP, so to speak. You know,
Yeah.
EPs can be super short, 3 or 4 songs. We released a 7. We can't really call that a full length album. Some can, some can't.
Unless you're Green Day, that's what their last album
Yes,
was.
right. So I think that's what we're all feeling for the next one too. Is we're not gonna rush anything. We got music out. Maybe drop a single between now, maybe a couple. But I'm guessing we'll probably have a full album ready by what, fall?
I'd hope.
No. We're in fall.
2021.
We're in fall.
I'm like,
I'd hope it's before then. To be honest,
Within a year.
But, all right.
I'd hope it'd be springtime, man. Like honestly, like try to shoot for like beginning of summer to maybe hit them with some new music.
Well,
and
no,
then-
I'm not saying new music in general. I'm saying a full album expected by August or not? Yeah, August to September.
We're not
October,
sure,
November.
fine.
It's in the works.
It's in the
It is
works.
in the works.
2020. Count on it. You have a full album.
2021.
Yeah, 21.
Yeah. 21.
Sorry, this
We're-
2020 has been hell.
Unfortunately, we're still in 2021. We still got like 3 months to go.
I love this.
So I think, yeah, that's really where we're at, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think all of us are.
We're over
I think
COVID, no live shows right now.
that's it.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
And all of us survived through it, COVID free.
Yep.
Yeah.
Haven't gotten it yet.
Knock on wood. Yeah.
And then 2021's gonna hit.
Yeah, we don't even know what's gonna happen with that.
Here comes wintertime to really put the hurt down.
Well, no,
We're gonna
see-
have flying pterodactyls and shit coming.
But see-
2021.
Aliens.
Well, on December 31st, when it hits midnight, it'll become December 32nd. So 2021.
Man.
But thank you guys so much.
Hell yeah,
Featured artist of the week, Fifth and Sick, coming to you guys from a secret location that I don't know where I'm at actually, but that's all right.
Perfect.
For Mason, Brendan, Joe, Seth, and JD, I'm Matthew Thomas from Super Cool Radio. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.